Okay. How am I gonna do this? That's what I'm wondering. I'm not sure if there's any IDs I should borrow. Actually, hold on. There is something I forgot to do real quick. Since I'm using Enclair, I have to get rid of his ego. So when he corrodes, I don't have to deal with that.
아직 본인의 시력이 돌아오지 않아서 그러는데 저쪽에 쌓여있는 시체들은 적들인가?
좀 채울까?
I'm not sure what's gonna be the best way to go about surviving this shit. I don't know how much damage I have to do in order to get to 20%. This is so nerve-wracking. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't even know if I should even do the counter thing for Faust, or have Dawn on the team right now. We're just gonna roll with it and hope for the best. Oh boy.
불길 속으로 시비수에게 나와 이 앞에 숨쉬는 자.
The music's so good, but it's also making me nervous. He's not losing his SP, he's gaining it, which is not good. I guess it's better for him to be unopposed, because Clashing was giving him SP. Okay, now we're starting to lose SP. Let's go. That's what I like to see. Oh my god. I'm so nervous.
불길 속으로. 불길 속으로. 토끼를 뱉다. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
깨치시게.
묘야. 길을 열어라. 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나. 바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라. 가져가라.
No. Too risky. Oh boy. You just have to fucking pray.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Well, that's not good. He already got staggered. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to do. don't have skills for this. Oh, fuck. I can't use a Daunterate. There's no... fuck. It's just too fucking risky. I can't be using it this early on.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
좋아, 재밌잖아. 이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
불가 위압 막아내지 못하리. 틈끊어 바로 과연
네.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
이 수많은 소원들 중 그대가 이루고 싶은 소원은 무엇인가?
저런!
아니었다고?
적을 물어뜯고 너의 쓸모를 보여라.
Oh my god. I have no idea what I'm doing.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
Horse time.
넘고 무수히 넘고 얼마든지 꺾고 제쳐라. 지나온 길을 생각하면 겹겹의 중문 이 또한 뚫어 보이겠어. 내가 걸어야만 하는 길이겠지.
Bro, I have nothing to clash with this guy.
일기당천. 야! 롬프.
본인 주인께서 명하셨습니다. 당신 청소하라.
Fuck. I don't know what I'm doing.
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 저는 저야.
뭘 위해 지금까지 수고를.
결정 영화. 해천하 개만한다. 적질났나? 내 걸음이 빨라. 일찍 도착했어. 거러지 같은 놈들. 양조 불사자는 진짜 죽는 줄 알았다. 아?
Nobody can clash with him. I have nothing to clash with him.
완벽한 거리.
쓰러져? 안대가리도 없는 새끼. 괜찮아. 상처는
How much damage does this guy need to take?
완벽한 거리군.
It's not gonna survive. Okay. He has a little bit left in him, but he's gonna die. Staggered?
완벽한 거리군.
Let's go! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's insane! I had no idea what I was doing, by the way. Oh my god, I cannot believe I won that. Oh my god. Woo! Oh my god, the nerves! The nerves are real! Jesus Christ, dude. A shout cuts across the battlefield, just as the sudden appearance of Ricardo was making things incredibly more difficult for us. You lost the plot. I got so fucking lucky there, bro. The luck was fucking real. When the sound of battle came to a stop, with She's sudden shout, we all suddenly began to notice the low, crawling sound of omen that had been swirling under the commotion. Something's melting, regurgitating, or perhaps boiling over. If not, it's seeping, it's siphoning, it's a trace that was at once living and dead, crashing and breaking, devoid of any recognizable stops. The lines between where it begins and ends blurred, yes, like waves. Indeed. She gloated at us with a confident boats, as though he was finally ready to face us, only to turn tail again with an unmistakable look of relief. Faust. What if where we're standing isn't actually a residential area? It wasn't just Rhodia who realized what was going on. The other sinners all began to look around in confusion as well. The walls of something had all but melted away, leaving nothing behind. As though the place we slept the night in was but a house in a painting. Our realization came too late, as the wave-like noise from earlier had already crouched something right up to where we were. And unlike the other times when they simply part around the bus, they were cutting straight into the remnants of our lodging. That's a lot of threes. That's a whole lot of numbers. Okay, I have to fight sweepers. Please don't be harder than fucking Ricardo. Please. I already got fucking lucky.
언제나 티끌 하나 없는 끝은 없을 테죠. 그러나 그에 가까워지려 노력한다면 또한 문제도 없을 것입니다.
Clear within 15 turns. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't care. That is never gonna happen. I won't be able to get the EXC lunacy thing. But honestly, it's fucking worth it. Okay, clear stage. Yeah, open levels. Up. How many? 2. Back to Sinclair.
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
Well, that ain't good. Oh, this is a chain battle too.
발톱을 걸어. 말로 받았나.
That's a lot.
도려내. 물론 제차. 오야. 길이야. 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나. 염화! 시비 수행이 이야 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
Oh, as long as that's staggered. It was dumb. Regardless. We're gonna have to pray.
불가 위하 막아내지 못하리.
Oh! When did she get here?
제발 봐라. 물 넘고 꺾고 제차. 도끼를 본다. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
틈새 이제 깨우치시게.
묘여 길을 열어라.
I gotta give Dawn some SP because she is failing every single clash.
이 정도 탕류의 허덕이다.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가
열어젖히고 놈 같다. 촬영도 바로.
That was only wave 2.
일기당천.
Force time.
넘고
I mean, that's only wave 1. This is wave 2. It's really sad.
이 전투는 승리할 거야.
Why is everyone losing? Bro, how many people got staggered? I'm gonna have to run this back.
겹겹의 중문 뚫어보이겠어.
초전대 확대. 하하, 이 수많은 소원들 중 그대가 이루고 싶은 소원은 무엇인가?
넘고 꺾고 제차. 더는 따라나 열어젖히고 더는 하늘에 오르지 못한다. 그 뜻이
saying.
일기당천. 목을 떨궈주마. 갑자기 탕로의 허덕이다. 양을 흔들라. 저 해충들을 도려내라. 이어 길을 열라.
Doing that shit again where it's pissing me off.
결정 영화. 또 한 것 같다. 다음. 이 정도 탕로의 허덕이다. 한 놈이 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 혈압도 바로.
There's 3 guys left. You got this.
발톱을 걸어. 고작 이 정도 탕로의 허덕이다. 한동 쪼아먹었다. 새끼. 다음은 어디로?
Oh my god! Only 3 incoming. The battle was long and grueling. Even Ricardo and his henchmen appeared visibly exhausted after the second wave. If we're able to withstand the sweepers, enemies that could give the middle trouble, practice makes perfect and perfection makes an expert hunt. I guess Hung Lu wasn't too off the mark. Ishna, who was taking this brief downtime to check the sharpness of her harpoon, was right. We've been through something like this before, fighting against an endless horde of enemies. Long battles of something, it wasn't new. And that very experience was definitely an edge we had against these enemies. Of course. Nothing was certain just yet. We still had the third wave to survive. The third wave begins, and with it, the buildings suddenly began to shift violently. What's happening? As soon as Otis finished, and something building suddenly jolted violently from the ground, raising in a diagonal burst and struck Ricardo square in the chest, sending him blasting off into the skyline. Ricardo wasn't the only one that got practically punched by a building. The henchmen of the middle, who had formed a defensive square to withstand waves, were blasting off in all directions. Or maybe they were falling? I wasn't sure anymore. What is happening? I can feel the spirit rising among the sinners. Come on, let's do this. We've done this kind of fight 1,000 times. I might have to use a Dante. You won? Team Rocket blasting off. Yeah, I won. He clipped with his S3 with all breakable coins. Managed to stagger him, which gave me enough time to do enough damage or at least survive enough waves for a win. I got so lucky with Heathcliff.
이 전투는 승리할 거야.
목을 떨궈주마. 정작 이 정도 탕후에 넌 품을 틔울 수 없겠구나. 혈압도 바로.
I gotta kill 12 enemies. Six, 7 HP Sinclair. By the way, Claire was completely fucking useless. He died almost immediately when we got to Ricardo. That's new. He never done that before. That was the most amount of coins I've ever seen on a skill. Also, this guy laughs like a fucking clown when he has all breakable coins on his S3.
저 해충들을
올려내라 영화.
구름을 틔울 수 없겠나? 원한 없으니
Horse time.
넘고 무술 넘고 얼마든지 넘고 제쳐라.
와르르 무너지는군. 와르르 무너지는군.
겹겹의 중문
The last three guys.
들어보이겠어.
The last three. They locked in on on this turn. They sure did. Like sure did. Oh. There we go. For some reason the stream was I wasn't caught up to stream on my phone, so I had to press the live button to get all caught up.
이
I'm not sure
전투는
how that happened. But it's fixed now. Also, Fluidsec just did 7-6 damage, by the way.
어디로?
결정 영화.
넌 구름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
So close to greatness. Survived. Why is it blue? Why was the survive thing blue? So I guess there's defeat, survive, and yellow. I mean, victory, which is yellow. Maybe it was an Arknights reference. Was that the last of them? The sinners all collapsed to the ground from exhaustion. Arknights was like black and white. Ah. There was something here, but it's gone now. Despite the fact that we haven't moved at all from our initial position, there wasn't even a trace of it having been here. Arknights Bangkok someday, so I can have another chance to get the Arknight egos. Speaking of Bangkok, I was doing MD on hard mode, and one of the theme packs was line 3 for some reason. We realized that we'd been relocated on top of a roof, as though we all just awakened from the dream of sleeping in a building that never even existed. I'm not sure if you saw. Wait, hold on. MD hard mode has a bunch of already finished lines. I see. I'm not sure if you saw, but the final boss that I faced on that MD video I uploaded was the flower lady, Dawn Beck. Line 2, line 4, too. Okay. Line 4, section 4 sucks to fight against, though. Guys, now is not the time for. Now is not the time to something. Oh, bicker. I decimated Dawn Beck. I killed her before phase 2. didn't even see the full video. I don't blame you. I killed her before phase 2. I'm no longer chained down by the incident. Might watch it later. You don't have to. Ryoshu and Don Quixote's words were indeed unnerving, but we'd have plenty of time to discuss that once we return to the bus. If we can return in one piece. One piece? She must have been waiting somewhere nearby to watch us die, because it did not take long for him to reappear before us. Perhaps they agreed upon a new deal while we were fending off the waves of sweepers. The Mao branch and Zilu were both approaching us in intimidating gait that contrasted with their earlier festivities. Finishes canto by beating Don Beck again. I'm no longer chained down by the incident. I'm no longer the man I once was back in Canto 4. I look around. Most of the sinners were either dead, trampled, and chopped to small, unrecognizable pieces. They were barely holding on at best. My beautiful Rusher King Zulu. I can bring them back, as I always do. But when they've completely surrounded us, I don't know if I can bring them back in time to protect me. They might just cut the sinners down as soon as they get back up. I can't take bro seriously with that face. Oh god, I'm so glad I have very little of this interval left, because my head fucking hurts. For some reason I just have a headache, I don't know why. Fraud. I see. Q slime him for me. What? An unfamiliar voice echoed from the dark. There was neither animosity nor hospitality, only utter serenity and nothing else. The speaker approached us, walking under the narrow ray of moonlight that shone between the shifted buildings. In his hand was a decapitated head, illuminated by the pale light. Blood dribbled from the severed neck, and the wide open eyes remained frozen in its final moments, filled with utter terror. He walks toward us, in step with the drip of the blood. My goat. Gia! Hey, I was wondering when this guy was gonna show up. Oh, GU, not Gia. I think I'm saying it right. It's Hung Lu's brother, supposedly. I'm only going off of the bad end ID. Bro's shaking. Oh, but she could speak no more. For the serpentine blade struck from the umbra and separated his head from his torso with ease. Ricardo, GQ. I'm still not sure I'm saying that right. Zilu. Something. Aura farming team. Rocket blasting off sweepers. This canto is peak. It's an intervallo, not a canto. Hopefully it's the last time we're dealing with Ricardo. His voice boomed as he commanded those who appeared to be his officers. The tall built man took a ponderous step from the shadow and stood before us. It's so peak that it's valid to call it a canto. Okay. With an enigmatic expression, he wordlessly looked at Yua's decapitated head, now lying on the ground, then at us. It was as though he was gazing upon the clouds or blades of grass. He picked up Yua's decapitated head before gesturing at his officer with a nod. Oh my god. I'm so scared for Canto 8's version of Ricardo, Li Hang. Given how next season we'll have this Bangkok, this won't be the last of Ricardo. And then with those bandages, he begins to wrap them up in practice motion. Same in Canto 9. We might see Ricardo. Are we though? Cause I thought Canto 9 was gonna be the index introduction. He does not pay us any heed, as though we weren't even worth the attention. He did not reply, his eyes gazing yet reflecting nothing but hollow emptiness. The hang was easily pre-nerf, but right now you can really just use egos to clash with the red skill of doom and despair. It's all about the fingers, so I believe it might include all of them. By the way, when I was watching this 5-hour long Library of Reuna video, apparently it's not just the head, there's also something called the claw and I think the eye? And just as he had emerged from the darkness, we vanished into the shadows, carrying 2 decapitated heads. I meant Li Hang was hard pre-nerf, I see. I saw a video and I made a post about it, and apparently you can solo Li Hang with this Otis ID I have. Yeah, the claw. Okay. How much left? Okay, 2 more nodes. Things weren't looking any better. I could instinctively tell that they were different from anyone or anything we'd faced in Hangyan so far. Yeah, you can also solo him with Maid Ryoshu and Knight of the Spare Rhodium. My Lord Master Jiu, somehow I was reminded of the discussion. King Tao refused to finish. Since I only have the Otis ID, we're gonna have to just go with that ID to solo with. Name's Dante. I'm their manager. I decided to speak up, struggling through the pressure. I instinctively knew that we had to find out as much as I could about the man from earlier. A tip for Li Hang is just save your ego resources for when he uses the single red skill of Doom and Despair. It seemed that they had the very same thought about us. That's when Chun stepped forward after having retreated from the something presence. I recommend the whole team since his clashes gets nerfed anyways. But if that fails, do what you want. Solo with Sync Otis or borrow a something or Maid Ryoshu. Let's see. Then why did you order Yua to attack us? You said it yourself. We're not even your rivals. If Otis doesn't work, I might do Maid Ryoshu because her AoE skill, whatever it may be, was pretty good. It did a whole lot of damage. Oh, back when I was doing one of the nodes in the other Intervallo before this one, instead of giving me a straight answer, Gong left me with only a puzzling comment before she brushed past us. Hopefully, one of these days we get Iron Lotus Ryoshu. I'm saying Iron Lotus because I don't know the actual name of the boss in Ryuna. With that, Gong walked into the shadows cast beneath the forest of buildings. Zilu and the countless Heisho that had surrounded us also disappeared with them. I looked around just in time to see Otis collapse while the rest of the sinners lay dead or barely clinging to life. Would have been better if Gong was left out of the equation. I see. And there was Chun, who had collapsed to the floor as well, and Wei, who was tending to her wounds, and me, who somehow survived through all of that without getting decimated or decapitated. I think the Iron Lotus was called Exao or Shao. That's good to know. We need Iron Lotus Ryoshu for one of the Walps. The boss fight theme for Iron Lotus would work so well with Ryoshu. And the night that put us through multiple brushes with death came to an end. Or maybe Black Silence Mersault. Iron Lotus Ryoshu someday. The day breaks. Black Silence Mersault would go pretty good. Not gonna lie. It will happen, trust. Once the day broke, we decided to take a quick walk outside to recover a little from the exhaustion of the nights. It was also to decide our course of action from here on, and we also had to decide if we wanted to travel to Chun with Chun, with whom we shared our destination. But I don't know, since Ryoshu will most likely become the Red Mist ID. By the way, we have Queen of Hatred Dawn. That I forgot the name of the blue magical girl, but we have that for Rhodia. So all we're missing is King of Greed and the green one. Chun, who was chatting with Hung Lu, methodically slowed down enough to walk right next to me, as though she was executing steps of her plan. I guess I do? For now, I guess. Earlier? Oh. Is this about our conversation back at the something? But I saw an edit of it being Sinclair, I think. What? That's Dante, not me. Then again, that same image had Heathcliff had King of Greed's dress. And Mersault in the dress. It's, can we do that? And something Hung Lu. I know there's Whelp Ego, so what if What if we get Red Mist, a Red Mist Ryoshu, and an Iron Lotus Ego for Ryoshu? That way we have best of both worlds, because Iron Lotus is a manifestation of the person's own ego, if I remember correctly. So it would make sense for Iron Lotus to be an ego. Me when the magical girl IDs turns out to be men. Doesn't the main character of Ryuna turn into the magical girls at one point? Can we do that, Faust? We kind of already have Red Mist Ryoshu. Really? What is it? I guess so. Then I don't see any reason to refuse her offer. Hung Lu, who's been listening to our conversation, boiled the discussion down to a clearer explanation and relayed it to Chun. Roland did not wear the Queen of Hatred fit. Red eyes and patience while Ryoshu. I see. Red eyes mean the red gaze? Gebra dual wields those exact egos. I see. I was still bewildered by the turn of events, but Jia Chun reached out for a handshake with such something that I found myself almost drawn to shake her hand in return. The fraud gaze when my goat Jia Q stops holding back. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we ever made ourselves an ally that wasn't specifically selected by the company? Huh. By the way, that one character from Kanto 7, I forgot her name, but she was the one that basically fought the real Don Quixote for like 3 days straight. I forgot her name, but doesn't she appear in the bad ending, or in Angela's bad ending in Library of Ryuna? Well, if that's the case, I really hope we can have at least one ally who doesn't meet a terrible end. Yeah, Moses, I think. Yeah, wasn't she in the bad ending for Angela? In Angela's bad ending, I mean? After the banquet. Oh, Bari. Yeah. We walked out of the something to find the bus waiting for us in the middle of the road. Yeah, Bari gets seen there. That's kind of cool. Sadhu and Pilot walked out from inside the bus. I'd score Bari. Of course he would. By the way he's awkwardly stepping forward, he probably already got a hell of a talking to from Sadhu. you're both getting something for this. Yeah. Sadhu produced a small device from her pockets. Hey, I have to ask. Is there a Roland announcer or a Reuna, or basically a library Angela announcer, and began reading from it? No Roland yet. That's crazy that hasn't happened yet. A Roland announcer would be so fire. What? No library Angela. But there is LobCorp Angela. Yeah, I know that. Finn. Hey, the surrendered witnessing. Sadly, I think this is gonna be a short stream, honestly, because I want to start Kanto 8 as its own thing. Man, I want to have this Intervallo voice acted just because of how fun the lines be. See, this is gonna have to be a somewhat of a short stream because I want this to be its own thing. It would make the playlist more consistent, you know? Yeah, at least it was fun to talk with you. Yeah. But I should be able to stream tomorrow. Anyways, rest well, dog. Your head still hurt. Yeah, you're right. I should probably go and